Welcome to the Jersey Magazine. I'm your host, Jim Monahan, and this morning I have the chairman of the Downtown Denville Business Improvement District with me, Gene Fitzpatrick. Good morning. Welcome to WDHA.
Good morning, Jim. I know that's a mouthful to say, so thank you for nailing it.
That's a pretty fancy title you've got there.
It's really not, but it's there are much better people in the organization that do a lot more than I do. I just happen to have that title for this year or for a couple of years now.
So to start, tell me about the organization itself, what you do, how you got started.
Absolutely. So, a couple of years ago, and it's certainly, a trend, it's so hard to get people to join chamber of commerces and things like that. And so what a lot of small towns have recognized to do, something that happened in big cities, is form these little business districts that are specific areas that, both in cooperation with the town or whoever, really concentrate on building up those downtown areas. And that's what we did in Denville, really from just store owners who rose their hands and said, we really need something like this. And I'm fortunate to be the one resident member. I'm not a store owner, but I'm a resident member. We're all volunteers. And our goal is to just elevate the need to shop local and to support your local downtown. And of course, we'd love that to be downtown Denville, which is a beautiful downtown. So it's been great, and it's great working with all the folks in our stores and our local businesses.
Denville does have a wonderful downtown area. In fact, I was there a couple of times over the summer for your block party.
Oh, yes.
Those are awesome. It's fabulous. You're strolling through town, you have a live band playing, and as we start to come out of the pandemic, and I understand there are still concerns, but as we start to come out, you can just see people and feel them just kind of exhale a little bit and relax a little bit. And that was really, really noticeable over the summer in the downtown area.
I'm glad you were able to stop by, because that's certainly one we're proud of, because the whole idea was like, look, we can still shop and support our stores. There's just safe ways to do it. And we, fortunately, with, the township and the police, we blocked down that street to, so the cars weren't driving on it on Broadway. And we allowed people to just be outside, have their distance, but still shop our stores. Some of the stores would bring their stuff out for the sidewalks to sell, and the restaurants had outside seating. And most importantly, right, bands on Broadway and music.
Yeah, it was great.
Everybody loves music.
And there are so many wonderful shops to begin with in Denville. That line of various streets. The bakery is as good as anyone I've ever been in. I'm a big fan of Thatcher McGee's and some of the other restaurants in the area. So there's a lot to do already in Denville before we even get to what's going on this coming weekend.
Absolutely, and Irishman to Irishman, we and my family, and I mean like full family with my young children as well, practically have a standing table at Thatcher's regularly, because it's a great family friendly place. You can bring the kids and have a good meal, and mom and dad could unwind with a glass of wine or a beer, and it's great fun.
Gene Fitzpatrick, my guest this morning on the Jersey Magazine here at 105.5 WDHA, is the chairman of the Downtown Denville Business Improvement District. I knew I'd stumble over that. And we are coming up on the Thanksgiving weekend. There's a lot going on this weekend, starting with Friday. Tell us about that, Gene.
Yeah, Friday, right? The day after Thanksgiving, a long tradition in town has been that we try to, kind of welcome everybody to that big shopping weekend, right? And what we do is we have a holiday shopping open house, similar to what you experienced in the summer, but sort of the winter edition. We close down Broadway to sort of cars. We let people walk around and hopefully shop our stores in preparation for the holiday. But like, the winter edition is even bigger and better. We're going to have an ice skating rink right on Broadway, a small ice skating rink. We've got a little toy train that the kids can ride around. There's characters walking around, carolers, music. Stores will be selling hot chocolate and s'mores kits and just everything to get everybody outside. I think that's just kind of the new normal. It's like, in a way, maybe one of the good things that came out of the pandemic is, recognizing like we need to be outdoors more. And we're trying to leverage that, hopefully, with like events like this that are family friendly for everybody to come.
And what happens on Saturday and Sunday? And you've got some different events throughout the weekend.
Yeah. We'll definitely continue, having carolers and characters on weekends, especially that Saturday. It's so important. And we obviously would love people to shop downtown Denville, but, Small Business Saturday is like an official sort of holiday now. And it's something that everybody should keep in mind. consider that local shop, right? Shopping local and eating local and even frankly listening local, right? To local radio, like
absolutely
local,
here.
Right? I mean, local is really in, and everything is local, and it's just a great opportunity to really think about that experience and consider shopping your local stores and doing things locally. And we hope people will come out on that Saturday. And then the next day on Sunday, we've got the return of our holiday parade, which we weren't able to have over the last couple of years. Down again, right along Broadway, people line up on the streets. They can keep their space outside. Tons of, local clubs and floats. And of course, a pretty familiar guy with a red suit and a beard that
I've heard of him. Yes.
Yeah. He's kind of a big deal in our town and probably others as well.
And, I was thinking before we came on, as adults, we tend to look at things. Oh, I wish it were simpler. I wish we could go back to simpler times. For our kids, 30 years from now, they're going to look back on this pandemic and all and go, wow, it was such a simpler time,
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's so important to have these memories that you're giving with all of the stuff that goes on Friday and Saturday and Sunday with the guy in the red suit and the tree lighting. Yeah. It's so important for those memories to be created and nurtured.
Yeah, I think what maybe it's done is it's made us really put more value onto an experience, not necessarily a product, right? It's about an overall experience, something that makes you feel something. And I think that's hopefully what we've kind of noticed over these last couple of years as we kind of go through all this craziness in the world, that we value more of those personal experiences a lot more, which I think is cool.
You mentioned shopping local. I worked retail for a while. About 20 years ago. My younger daughter is working retail now, and it's starting to hit her, the whole Christmas season as they're starting to play Christmas music and what have you. So I was telling her some of the experiences that I have. And if you've never worked retail, I don't think you realize the importance of the next 5 weeks or so. That's pretty much like Black Friday. There's a reason it's called Black Friday, because it starts that process of having businesses go into the black. And with everything that's gone on over the past year plus through COVID and everything, I think it really takes on a special importance this year, especially, you just said last year you couldn't do the parade for obvious reasons. And now here we come out of this. The importance of local cannot be overstated. There's no way, Gene, you can't overstate it.
Yeah, it's true, right? I mean, and especially if you think about the holiday season now coming up, one of the things that, probably most people like about the holiday experience is just, all the things that happen. And one of them, I think, is shopping. Like, yeah, sure, you might be able to get a product or two by just pressing a button on your phone and deliver it to your house. But to really get into the holidays, there's something neat about walking down a local street, walking outside, hearing holiday music, stepping into a store, talking with a local store owner, buying that gift, having it wrapped for you, and then you walk out and there's some carolers and some other things going on. That's, I think, part of the experience. So, you might be able to save a buck, clicking a button on Amazon, but I think you have to think if it's cost you a couple pennies more, what you're getting as the overall experience is hopefully added value.
And then as we move into the following week, you have the town menorah lighting. I believe that's on Tuesday, November 30th. What are the details on that?
Yeah. Just the local Chabad at the town, our town next door, right in Mountain Lakes and in the area. They do a menorah lighting right outside of our downtown, just like right in front of our town hall. Again, it's just a really nice experience. And it's almost, I'd like to think that we're getting to a point where, regardless of your beliefs and what you celebrate, like all of us kind of can appreciate celebrating everything. Myself, I'm an Irishman, right? I'm not Jewish, but my gosh, it's a beautiful time to go and watch that menorah lighting. And we bring our kids, and they get a donut, and I mean it's just a neat thing to learn. They learn a little bit about the Hanukkah holiday, and they learn just all these different holidays and all these different experiences. I think it's something neat, and we're really proud that our town does things like that.
Yeah, the last time I checked, we are all in this thing together.
Yeah, right.
To use a cliche from the pandemic, but it's true. We are. Gene Fitzpatrick, the chairman of the Downtown Denville Business Improvement District. And for DHA listeners, not just Denville residents, but for all our listeners, they can go online to downtowndenville.com for all of the information. And there's stuff on your social media sites. And when you're encouraging people to participate, I forget what the hashtag is. that you want them to use. It might be Downtown Denville.
Yeah, they could hashtag Downtown Denville. Yeah, we'll take anything. But yeah, they could hashtag Downtown Denville. And you know what? At the HA too, because we're so appreciative in our area to have a local radio station, which again is just so fascinating. And that's part of the whole local experience, right? Local shops, local radio, all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate being on with you and being able to talk like this.
Well, you're very welcome. And again, the website, downtowndenville.com. And let me be the first to say, Nullig Hanadiv Galer, which for those who don't speak Irish, that's Merry Christmas in Irish. Gene, thank you so much for your time this morning here on WDHA, and the best of luck to you through this entire holiday season.
Thanks as well, Jim. And I'll catch you at an Irish pub somewhere, and we'll catch up.